Hey guys, welcome to Module 1, which is all about target market. So again, I know I've said this before, but I'm really excited to have you here, really excited to be part of your journey over the next 10 weeks. And before we get stuck into this module, I just want to make sure that you are 100% present. So make sure that you've got no other distractions. You don't want to be scrolling through Facebook whilst you're trying to watch this video. You want to be here 100% present right now so that you can get everything that you need out of this module. Now, what you want to do is also print off the worksheet below this video and be working through it as you go along. So be either typing things up or filling it out by writing it. And you can pause this video as you go along as well. That's the best way to get it done, by working along as you go through the video. I also want you to let go of anything that you've learnt before. You might have learnt things about target market before, but I want you to let go of that and just come into this with an empty cup. So just completely clear your mind of anything that you've learnt before and just come into this space clear and open and ready to learn, because different things will come up for you. And even myself, I've been in business for 6.5 years, and I do these activities for myself over and over and over again, because as we step up at every stage of our journey, we can get overwhelmed, we can lack clarity, we can get confused, and also our target market, our message, our vision, things like this can change along the way. So we need to consistently be updating, tweaking, and learning and digging deeper into these areas. So I'm going to work through the worksheet with you. On Friday, we have our group call. We'll go into this in even more detail, and I'll also answer any questions that you have. So make sure you get this module done and completed and up in the group before Friday. So, first question is around thinking about your own journey. Where were you at 5 years ago, and who do you want to help based off your experiences, your personality, and your life? So 5 years ago might even be a little bit long. It might be a couple of years ago. It doesn't really matter, but you want to think about something that you've been through in your own life, and we always want to help people who are where we were at a couple of years or more ago. So when I started out in business, it was personal training, and I was helping mums to lose their baby weight. Over time, that changed to help them more with personal development and their mindset, overcoming emotional eating, working on their identity, putting themselves first, because that's what I'd just gone through. But in the beginning, I just lost 29 kilos in seven months after having my daughter, and I found a gap in the market. There were no boot camps for mums with babysitting included. So I found that gap in the market, and I did something based on my own journey of what I'd been through, and I had that experience because I had gotten the results in my own life. So you want to think about, where were you at 5 years ago, a couple of years ago, whatever that time frame is for you, and who do you want to help based off of that? And obviously it changes and continues to change as we grow. The next one is you want to do the niche questions. So if you scroll down the page or go down your page if it's printed off, and there's some questions there around demographics. Are they male or female? Or they could be both. That's totally fine as well. 5 to 10 year age bracket. Now, when you pick that, it's not like, say you've got 25 to 35-year-olds. If someone comes along and they're 36, you're not going to say no, but it's just giving you a clear idea of who you want to talk to when you're putting your content and your marketing out there. When you're speaking to a 20-year-old, it's very different to talking to a 50-year-old. They're at very different stages in their life. But that doesn't mean if someone's 50 years old and they've got an amazing personality, they're your ideal client, they're exactly where they need to be at to work with you, that you're going to turn them away. So it's not strict, but it's important to map it out in this process so you know who you're talking to in your content and your marketing. And then we go through the questions. I'll kind of skip over some of these, but where do they live? If yours is online, it doesn't really matter. But a key thing with that is to start locally and then expand from there. And then we go through further questions there. Now, the more in depth you go with these questions, the better. Because when you go really deep, and when you have a clear picture on exactly who you're helping, then you're going to have so many content ideas. You're going to know exactly how to write your marketing and your Facebook ads. You're going to know what to say to people when you pick up a phone call and are talking to them for a sales call. Okay, you need to be really clear on this because everything else flows from there. All your marketing, all your sales, your programs, and all the following weeks that we do in this program will build on from each other starting from this week. So go deep, and if you have any questions, obviously ask in the group as well. Now, with the biggest struggles, it's not just in exactly what you help them with. It's not just in their business. It's not just in their health. It's not just in their relationships. Think about their life as a whole picture because it's all connected. And then when we go down, what are you really selling on an emotional level? You want to get deep with this. So for example, with health and fitness, you're selling to lose weight, but at a deeper level, you're selling to be able to put themselves first and make themselves a priority. Or in business, you're selling make money and grow your business, but what you're really selling is freedom or empowerment or an amazing lifestyle. In relationships, you're selling have an amazing connected relationship or, things around helping them to have a strong relationship, but what you're really selling is them being able to step into their own self-worth. There's always something deeper. So look at what you're really selling on an emotional level, and you'll really be able to tie into that pain of where they're at, but also the goals and the outcomes that they want as well. Now, just going back up, you want to write this out then like a story and have a profile with a picture. So choose a picture of what your ideal client looks like and then write it out like a profile of who this person is. Give them a name, write it out like it's a real person. Now, that doesn't mean that if you choose Sarah and she's 25, that all your clients have to be Sarah and they're 25, of course, but it's just getting it really, really clear for yourself. Then we want to go into your niche's biggest problems and how you can help them change their lives, okay? So with those two questions, you want to write out a list of what are their biggest problems right now, and then what are their outcomes and goals that they have. And we'll build on this in future weeks when we're mapping out your program as well. So for example, in my business, if I looked at the biggest problems right now, it would be things like motivation, marketing, sales, clarity, direction, strategy, mindset, confidence, self-worth, having a plan, so many different things there. The more that you have, the better, because you can base your content around this and your marketing and your program. Then when we go into where can you help them on that emotional level and how can you help them change their lives, you want to be a bit vague and get connected into that purpose, but you also want to look at what are the outcomes and goals that they reach and they achieve from working with you. So all those struggles, you're going to help them to overcome those. What's the opposite of that? What do they actually want? So looking at, well, they want it for me. They want to make more money. They want to create freedom. They want to create more time. They want to get rid of overwhelm. They want to have a clear marketing plan. They want to get more clients. They want to be able to travel. What are all those things for you? And then the last one, we're going to go into, there's some next steps as well, but the last questions in this first section is finding your target market. You want to write down where do they hang out online and offline, and be specific. Don't just write Facebook. Write down what Facebook groups do they hang out in? What pages do they follow? If they look at different people's blogs, what kind of blogs are they following? If they're on YouTube, who are they following on YouTube? Get really, really specific because this is going to help you in your advertising in a few weeks' time. Now, if you scroll right down to the next steps, we want to use the above information to write a profile for your ideal client, which we spoke about a little bit before, and we want to then go and take action, okay? Each week in this course, I want you to learn, I want you to do the work, do the module and share it in the group, but I want you out there taking action, starting to connect with people, generating leads, generating sales, and actually getting some results, okay? This is not just a course where you go and learn, it's actually getting results and taking action. So when we look at where they hang out online and offline, then I want you to have 10 conversations this week with your ideal clients and offer them something of value. Now, in previous rounds of this course, people have gotten confused, and that's why I wanted to update this section so that you don't get confused on this. Now, when I say give value, it could be a multitude of things. You could be having a conversation with someone over Facebook chat, and then they say, "Oh, I really want to lose weight," or "I really been looking for a business coach," or "I'm struggling in my relationship or with my mindset," okay? And so you say to them, "I'd really love to jump on a call with you to have a chat about where you're at, what your goals are, and give you an action plan moving forwards, or see if there's any way that I can help. What's your best contact phone number? And I'll give you a call." Okay, so you're booking in strategy calls, and from that call, you're getting on the phone with people and you're starting to have a conversation around where they're at, how you can help them and what they need, and you're actually going to be making sales. Now, if you need those specific questions to ask on that call, if you're starting to get people's phone numbers, just ask. We do cover it in more detail later on, but if you need it now, let me know and I'll give that to you as well. Giving value could be offering your free ebook or a video training or something that you have of value to be able to give them and build, that value with them so they're starting to get results. It could be asking them if they want to join your free group. There's multiple ways that you can do this. Okay, if you need more help on that, just let me know. So that's it for this week. If you have any questions, post them in the group throughout the week. Let me know where you're at. Let me know if any of the questions don't make sense, or you're struggling, or you need further clarification. And make sure that you also have the questionnaire filled out as well from the pre-module, the worksheet that you need to do as well, and email that through to me. So use the group for accountability. Post up the modules as we go along so I know where you're at. I can give you any advice and support and tweak things around. And let's have an awesome week. Really excited to have you here and really excited to have you getting stuck into this module.